Yes, people, a very, very happy morning to all of you. So, guys, we're doing this chapter called as cash flow statement. In the last class, we had a discussion, rather, I would say a revision on how to prepare the asset account, how to prepare the provision for depreciation account, how to prepare the asset disposal account. So, in continuation to that is today's class, where I'll start solving the ICAI questions directly now. So, guys, illustration 2, please take it, which is on your page number 11.84. 11.84. Have you all taken it? No energy. Sunday morning, only Pratik sir is having full energy. Others are sleeping.
Yes, sir.
That's what I'm telling. Yes, sir. Following are the extracts of the balance sheet of Ajay Limited. 31st March 2001 and 31st March 2002. Which is current year, which is previous year. Current year and previous year. Tarini? Hmm. 2020 to 2020. என்ன 2021 previous year sir. ஏமா கண்ணா 31 2001 means what does it mean? This is 2000 2001. This is 2001 to 2002. Guys, wake up. Good morning. Now, equity and liabilities. Under that, we have shareholders funds. Format, all of you remember or forgot? So, what forgot? Sir? We wrote 2 days ago only test. Now, share capital. Note number 1, 5 lakh, 5 lakh. Any movement is there? No movement is there. Like that, don't conclude. You have to see the movement where. Whenever they give notes to accounts, you have to go and check the movement in the notes to accounts. Luckily, in this question, there is no movement. But in reality, what happens sometimes, in some questions, there'll be 2 type of capital. One is equity share capital, another is preference share capital. This will be 4 lakh current year, previous year 5 lakh. So 5 lakh to 4 lakh, 1 lakh repaid. Preference share would have been there, previous year 4 lakh, current year they made it 5 lakh, so plus 1 lakh. So this is cash outflow, this is cash inflow. Overall, if you look at the capital level, there might not be change. So never ever judge the flow of the money at the face of the balance sheet. Whenever they give note number adjacent to it, always go and check the note number for the inflows and outflow. Wherever any item does not have the note number, that time alone you can check the movement at the balance sheet level. So if note number is missing, then you can check the movement at the balance sheet level. If the note number is given, you'll check for the movement where? In the notes to accounts. Will you forget this point? Will you forget this point? Tell yes. Okay, no. So share capital, reserves and surplus, long-term borrowing, other current liabilities, and intangible assets. All the items are having notes to accounts. So I should not look at the balance sheet now. Let's go to notes to accounts directly. In notes to accounts, or rather, before looking into notes to accounts, I'm interested to know what is given in the additional information. Oh, wonderful. You are required to show the related items in cash flow. No additional items. Wonderful. Now, directly, share capital. Guys, opening balance 5 lakh, closing balance 5 lakh. Movement or no movement? No movement.
No movement.
Profit and loss, opening balance 50, closing balance 90. What is this? Current year's profit got added to the previous year's profit. Previous year profit is how much?
40,000 current year profit.
Current year profit
40,000.
So this will affect my segment 1, calculation of net
Segment
profit
one.
before tax and extraordinary item. Starting point is what? Closing surplus minus opening surplus. Surplus is also called as profit and loss account, also called as retained earning, also called
Retained
as
earning. Undistributed profit.
Now P&L, state profit, all same only. Now segment 1, this is affecting. Okay. Long-term borrowing. Long-term borrowing. Opening balance is what? First line is opening balance. Guys, they will interchange. Sometime opening balance will be given here in the first column. Second time it will be in the second column. So you have to be very careful. This is closing balance. Opening balance of debenture. In the beginning of the year, the debenture was 5 lakh. By the time we came to the end of the year, it is 7,50,000 rupees. So debenture is increased or decreased? Debenture is increased. When does it increase? Issue of debentures. In consideration, what did you get? Sir, in additional information, I have no information. Means what? What is the best assumption? The debenture is issued
Cash.
for cash. So cash inflow. Wonderful. So
Yes,
this will affect my cash inflow of the
cash inflow, finance activity.
Any difficulty? Okay.
No, sir.
In other current liability, we have interest. Interest. Which interest? Unpaid interest. Interest on what? We don't have any other borrowing apart from debenture. So it is obvious that this interest is connected to this debenture. Now the question is 10% interest. Will you calculate on 5 lakh or 750? How do you say? So I told you in the last class, in case the question is silent about date of issue of capital, date of issue of debt, date of redemption of capital, date of redemption of debt, all is assumed to happening in the beginning of the year. All is assumed to happening in the beginning of the year. The question says that the issue of debentures happen at the end of the year. Then we'll go as per question. Nishi will go as per question. But here what happened? Nothing they have told. In the absence of information, always assume that the issue of debentures happen at the beginning of financial year. Assuming that all the addition deletions were made, if any, at the beginning of financial year. That is the assumption with which ICAI is solving the question. So guys, 5 lakh was the debenture at the beginning of the year. On the very same day, 1 April, 2,50,000 worth of debenture further issued. So throughout the year, how much money did you enjoy? 7,50,000 rupees, on which the interest is how much? 10%, which is
75,000.
Out of 75,000 rupees, how much is yet to be paid?
5,000
to be paid. Remaining 70,000 is paid.
paid.
Is any problem?
No, sir.
Working note. I'm just discussing with you. When I come to the proper question, that I will do proper working note. I'm telling you 70,000 rupees is debenture expense, interest expense, and paid. So this is expense also plus paid also. This 5,000 is what? Expense not
Unpaid.
paid. Since it is expense, where is this included? Sir, in the finance cost it is included. If it is included in finance cost, which means while calculating net profit before tax and extraordinary item, this would have been subtracted. So this is non-operating item. Subtraction is okay, but is it at the right place? No. Subtraction should happen where? Finance activity. So already it is subtracted. No. To reverse the subtraction, what am I supposed to do?
Add back.
And since it is paid, we have to minus from the financing activity.
Finance activity.
Segment 2 will add back. Segment 2 will add back. And it is cash outflow of the finance activity. Any problem? I'm talking about the 70,000. Remaining 5,000, what happens? Remaining 5,000 expenses incurred. Can I say that is also there in the finance cost?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Total 75,000 rupees is expense. 75,000 is expense. We record the expenses on accrual basis. Correct? No. So 75,000 is totally there in the finance cost. Now this 5,000 also I need to add back in segment 2. But this 5,000, since it is not paid, I will not minus from the finance activity. I will not minus from the finance activity. Which means in segment 2, these two amounts put together, 75,000 is added. Out of that, how much is paid? Only 70,000 is paid. That I'll minus it from the finance activity. Yes, boss. Not at all. Why will you have increase of current liability impact? Because this we always take as an item of segment 2. I told you very clearly there are certain items which is a part of your current asset and current liability which will go to only segment 2, such as depreciation, amortization, this kind of interest. All this will be affecting your segment 2. So anything which is not taken to segment 2 will go to segment 3. So don't take this unpaid interest since it is current liability. Don't take this into segment 3. Any one place you can reverse. Any one place you can reverse, not in multiple places. Understand. Don't buy hard. Guys, please understand. In the net profit before tax and extraordinary item, how much expenses is already deducted? How much expense already deducted? 75,000 is deducted. So in segment 2, I'm adding back 75,000. No. So why do you think in segment 3, one more time I need to add back the 5,000 rupees of current liability? Double time will you do it? Don't buy hard. Understand the logic. In the net profit, one time I'm reversing the finance cost. Where? Under segment 2. So one more time in segment 3, just because this is coming under the other current liability, will you reverse it one more time? No. Double reverting is not allowed. Double reversing is not allowed. Is this logic clear or not clear?
Yes, sir.
So now 75,000 interest is there. No, this I will add back in segment 2. And since 70,000 out of that is paid, I'll minus from the cash outflow of the financing activity. Any problem?
No, sir.
Okay. Let's talk about goodwill.
No, sir.
Goodwill opening balance 2,05,000, closing is 180. So goodwill is increased or decreased?
Decrease.
It is
Decrease.
goodwill is decreased. So this is now amortization. So in segment 2, I will add back. In segment
Add back.
any problem?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Have you taken care of all the items? Because whatever the amount was
Yes,
here,
sir.
every amount or every item is got a note, and all these items are covered in the notes to account. So one more time, need not come to the balance sheet. From the notes to account, still directly we can prepare. Now please tell me, how do we go about heading? You can't say this cash flow statement. Tell me why. Hello, cash flow statement is complete when there is information about the all the three activities. That is, even if one activity is not there, I'm okay with it. Sometime in business, there is no investment activities, no movement in the investing activities. So it is not necessary that all the times the three activities should come. But opening and closing balance should be there. No? So apart from the three activities, what I need to complete my cash flow statement is the opening and closing balance of cash and cash equivalent. So they have not given. And do you think this is a complete balance sheet? This is a complete balance sheet. They themselves have no
No, sir.
impact of balance sheet. So the cash flow statement, what you prepare is going to be cash flow statement, or is it going to be an extract? It is going to be an extract. So you have to be very careful with the heading. So this is an extract of the cash flow statement for the year ended 31st March 2002. Please write it down. Or you can write cash flow statement for the year ended 31st March 2002. In bracket, you can write and extract. Both are allowed. In bracket and extract. This also is allowed. Heading, please. After this. No. Particulars. Rupees inner column. Rupees outer column. Under that, cash flow from
From are used in
not,
operating
not come
activity.
now. In heading will come cash flow from operating activity only. And when you write the final answer, that time if it is negative, use will come.
Okay, sir.
Under that, net profit before tax and extraordinary item. This is not given. So working note number 1. Calculation of net profit before tax and extraordinary item. Surplus of current year. How do you get? Closing balance minus opening balance. How much is closing balance, people? 90,000 is closing balance. Opening balance 50,000 equal to 40,000. Any equity dividend is subtracted from this? No. So should I add back equity dividend? No. Preference dividend? No. Interim dividend? No. Transfer reserve? No. Provision for tax? No. Refund? No. Adjustment of extraordinary item? No. Nothing. So directly this is my net profit before tax and extraordinary item. Sir, if this item alone is there, can we do this adjustment directly in the cash flow from operating activity? The answer is yes. Here itself we can show the minus and plus. In bracket itself we can show the calculation either here or besides, wherever you find time. See, net profit before tax and extraordinary item as a separate working note I should show when I have the items to be adjusted apart from closing minus opening. Then I'll show it separately, or else I'll not waste my time. 40,000 rupees. Segment 1 over. Okay, what is now next? Segment 2. What is segment 2? Adjustments for non-cash and non-operating item. So non-cash and non-operating expenses is already subtracted from this. And after that, we got this 40,000. To reverse it, what am I supposed to do? Add back. So add non-cash or non-operating expenses. Below that, we have the first item. What is it? Amortization. If I come in order, 75,000 interest
on debenture.
Interest on debenture. Working note number 2. Calculation of interest on debenture. Since the question is silent about the date of issue of debentures, we assume that the debentures were issued at the beginning of financial year. Therefore, interest is equal to 7,50,000 into 10%, which is 75,000. In this, paid is 70,000, and this is your balancing figure because unpaid information is 5,000 given in question. $5,000 is given. The 70,000 is balancing figure. Now, segment 2, add cash outflow, financing activity. Please write it down like this so that you'll remember later. No impact in cash flow statement. Now that I'll come. One second. Either clear? Okay, one by one we'll go. One by one we'll go. All of you made a note of this? All people, can I go ahead?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
How much will you add back? How much will you add back?
75,000.
75,000.
75,000.
Inner column, write it 75,000. Inner column 75,000. Next, any other non-cash expenses? Sir, amortization of goodwill.
Goodwill amortized.
Now, do you need to open a separate ledger? See,
No,
always we
sir.
have a habit of opening the ledger when we have more than one adjustments to be done in that ledger. When I can take a difference, I can get this difference automatically on the face of the balance sheet or on the face of the notes. For me, there is no need to open the ledger. But wherever there are complicated more adjustments to it, always we should show the ledger because that will also carry step marks. So now here, goodwill is decreased. It is purely understood that it is amortization of goodwill.
Amortized.
Amortized. So this amount is how much difference?
25,000.
So this is included in your depreciation and amortization. And
Add back.
40,000 rupees, that depreciation and amortization would have been subtracted. I'm okay to be subtracted had there been a cash outflow, but there's no cash outflow for depreciation. So here we have to reverse by
Add back.
amortization of goodwill. You can show the difference here. How much is the difference? 2,05,000 minus 1,80,000. 2,05,000 minus 1,80,000. So should we show this calculation like this? The answer is yes. How much it is? 25,000. Okay. Is there any other non-cash or non-operating expenses? No. Is there any non-cash or non-operating income? No. So directly total is how much? 1 lakh rupees and 1,40,000. This is called as operating profit before working capital changes. Do we have any working capital changes? There is no adjustment for current assets and current liabilities. So automatically this becomes my cash generated from operation. After cash generated from operation, I have to do segment 4 adjustment, which is for tax paid. Is it there? Tax paid also not there. Is there any extraordinary item to be adjusted? No. So there is no segment 3, segment 4, segment 5. So here we can directly close the cash flow statement. So this is called as cash flow from operating activity. Cash flow from operating activity. What is the requirement of the question, people? You are required to show the related items in cash flow statement. So what are the other related items to be shown here? Investing activities, nothing there, but we have financing activities. So now we have to open cash flow from financing activities. Under that, what is the first item, people? Proceeds from issue of debenture. Proceeds from issue of debenture. How much? 2 lakh
2,50,000.
cash inflow. Okay, next. Sir, interest on debenture paid. This cash outflow.
70,000.
Interest on debenture paid. In bracket, please write working note number 2, because the evaluator needs to know from where did you derive this 70,000. So 70,000 is the cash outflow. Put it in bracket without forgetting, guys. Out of excitement or out of something, what will you do? You'll forget to put bracket 70,000, and while totaling, you will add instead of minusing. So everything would have done properly. Conceptually also, while writing, you know that you have to subtract. But because of not putting the bracket, what did you end up doing? Add it. So this is the biggest blunder that anyone can do it. Is there any other item in the financing activities? No. So 1,80,000 is net cash from financing activity, or cash flow from financing activity. Cash flow from financing activity. Are you guys feeling comfortable? Any difficulty?
Yes, sir. No, sir.
Good chance that you might feel difficulty because I've set the base very strong. Before I jumped into ICAI questions, I gave you all the basic questions required to build a strong foundation and concept. We should all be thankful to whom? Hey, not me, Dad.
Prathik, sir.
No. TS Reval book. This concept was given where? Easy questions were given where? Basic question where? TSC book. Update TSC. TS Reval book. Update. Oh, put it. ஏப்பா ஓ யாருப்பா இந்த ஓ இப்படி போட்டவன் அது நீ போடாம இருந்திருக்கலாம்ப்பா. Now, third question, fourth question, fifth question is all direct method. From here, we'll go to sixth question. Sixth question. Now you will see a little bit of heat from this question, but it's okay. We know the concept very strongly. Can I do it? Can I read it?
Yes, sir.
Rian Limited provides you the following information at the year end March 2001, 31st March 2001. So this is the data of which financial year? 2001. Wonderful. Sales 698, cost of goods sold is 520. So what is my gross profit?
1,78,000.
From there, if I minus operating expenses 147, I get 31,000.
Net profit.
Now, in this 1,47,000, what is included? Depreciation of 37,000 is included. Sir, what should I do with this?
Add back.
Segment 2, you have to add in segment 2. Add back in segment 2. Other income, oh my God. Interest expenses paid is so much. Interest income received, gain, loss, etc., etc. So, if you look at the amount, from 178, I subtracted 147 to get 31,000. This 31,000, 8,000 of these net amount is subtracted. So, I got 23,000. From that, what have they subtracted? Income tax, what is it? Provision for tax of which year? Current year. And the 60,000 is what? Net profit after tax. What is this 23,000? Net profit.
Net profit before tax.
Net profit before tax directly given to us. So we need not calculate segment 1. But how did you get this 23,000? How did you get this 23,000? Sir, from this 23,000, this 37,000 was subtracted. I'm okay to subtract this 37,000 provided there is cash outflow.
Paid.
37,000 did this 37,000 have any cash outflow? No.
No, sir.
You have to add back. Then how did you get this 23,000? Sir, in that 23,000 rupees subtracted because of interest expense paid. Cash outflow happened.
But finance activity.
I'm okay to be subtracted. I'm okay to have this subtracted. But the place is wrong. Subtracted where? In the financing activity.
Finance activity.
It's a part of your financing activity. So it should have been subtracted from where? Financing activity. But it is subtracted currently where? In the operating
activity.
Right or wrong? Wrong.
Wrong.
Minus item to cancel, what I should do? Add back in which?
Add back.
As non-cash or non-operating?
Non-operating.
Wonderful. This 23,000, how did you get? Sir, 6,000 was added as interest income received. Since it is received, adding 6,000, I'm okay. But what I'm not okay with the place. This is interest income pertaining to my investment.
Investing activity.
Added to your investing activity. But currently it is added in your
Operating activity.
So what I should do? To cancel,
Subtract.
I have to give a subtraction in segment 2.
Segment 2.
And add back in cash inflow of the investing activity. Same way interest expense paid also cash outflow of the financing activity. Any problem?
No, sir.
No problem. Next, gain on sale of investment. Gain on sale of investment. 12,000 technically money received. But this is investment activity. But currently added where? In the
Operating activity.
operating activity. This is currently added in the operating activity. To cancel this,
Subtract.
what am I supposed to do? Minus in segment 2.
Segment 2.
And this will be added in your investment activity,
Investing
not as a
activity.
standalone item. This will be added in form of entire sale value. So this is cash inflow of the investing activity. What I should add back? The entire sale value,
Sale value.
not the gain part alone. Cost price plus profit, both put together, the entire sale value I should add back. Loss on sale of plant. Is it non-cash or non-operating? Non-cash.
Non-operating.
3,000 rupees, non-cash. Because for this I did not pay any money. I did not pay any money. So there is no cash outflow. But still it is subtracted, which is wrong. So I need to add back in segment 2. That's all.
Sir, it is also non-operating.
Had it been a cash outflow, again it was subtracted in the financing activity, sorry, investing activity. No. Are you subtracting it? No. Gain, profit, money you receive, cash inflow. Loss, you never receive any money or pay any money. So loss is always a non-cash item. Profit is a cash item. See, here gain on sale of investment 12,000, I'm subtracting. Because it is not operating activity, it is financing activity. But it is currently included where in the operating. To cancel a plus, I gave a minus. Since this is gain, when does gain on sale of investment happen? When I sell the investment, only gain comes. So when I sell the investment, do you have a cash inflow? So again, this is cash inflow of investing activity. But when I add, will I add only the gain part? I'll add the entire sale proceeds what I received. So this is entire sale value or sale proceeds you see. We have to add back the entire sale proceeds.
So for the loss of sale on plant of sale value cost investment.
Correct. So now on loss on sale of plant, segment 2 you're adding back the loss. But again, since you're selling the plant, there's a cash inflow, no? So cash inflow of the investing activity, which is what? Again the sale proceeds. Again the sale proceeds. Any problem here? Now, interest income. Interest you earn on what? Finance means what? I'm raising the funds for my business. When I raise the funds, interest income received by it is financing activity. Interest income, I get my income on the fixed deposit. Fixed deposit I invested. Financing activity means what? I'm raising the funds. So I have to pay interest. When do I receive the interest? When I invested somewhere else. On my investment, I get the interest. So it is investing activity. Are you clear with this point? Okay. So here, I'm erasing all the unwanted items so that we get the wanted items. Oh my God. Segment 2, add back. Okay. This is all irrelevant. Irrelevant. Okay, super. Now let's go to information available, which is previous year, which is current year. 31st March 2001 is current year, and this is previous year. Plant less accumulated depreciation they've given, so and so. Okay, my question goes to all of you. What method have they followed to account the depreciation?
Provision for depreciation method.
Provision for depreciation.
How do we say provision for depreciation method?
Accumulated.
Sir, we have
Accumulated depreciation.
ledger. Accumulated depreciation ledger, how does it come? When the depreciation is recorded in the accumulated depreciation account, which means depreciation is not recorded in the asset account. So what method this is? Net method or gross method? Gross method.
Gross method.
Always the asset will be a WDV or at cost? Always
Cost.
cost. So from cost, if I minus the accumulated depreciation, this is what? WDV.
WDV.
Any problem? No problem.
No, sir.
Sir, I cannot draw any inference based on this. This is just information. I need to see the additional information and decide what needs to be done. Investment long term is there. Investment long term is there. Inventory, trade receivable, cash, prepaid expenses, share capital. Wait, one thing. Let's go and read the additional information. Once we read the additional information, we'll know where to put the star mark. Then we'll come back and read the notes. Analysis of the selected accounts and the transaction during 2000-2001, which means the person who is preparing the cash flow statement has done the following analysis. He found out that the company has purchased the investment for 78,000 rupees. So there is some adjustment in the investment part. So I'm putting a star mark here. Any problem? What happened to my star? Why is it looking like Jain.S? Right? Ding, 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 ding. Correct. Sold investment for 1,02,000. The investment cost is 90,000. So there's one more adjustment in investment. One more star mark. Any problem?
No, sir.
Purchased plant assets for 1,20,000. So this is adjustment pertaining to plant. So come to
Plant
plant
and
and star mark. Sold plant so and so. I'm not reading too much. We'll deal with it later. Again, one more star mark. 2 star mark for plant, 2 star mark for investment. Issued 1 lakh of bonds at face value in exchange of plant asset on 31st March 2001.
No flow.
What is this saying? Issued rupees 1 lakh of bond at face value in exchange for plant assets on 31st March 2001. What is this statement trying to first of all say?
I have purchased plant, making payment, I am issuing bonds to the other party.
Okay. Others, what do you say?
same, sir.
What is it saying?
Yes, sir.
Purchase 1 lakh.
அதாவது தமிழ்ல ஒரு டயலாக் இருக்கு, போத்துட்டு படுத்துக்கலாம் படுத்துட்டு போத்துக்கலாம். நீ சொல்றத அப்படி உல்டா சொல்லியிருக்கேன். Correct. So basically I have purchased a asset. What asset? Plant. Not money plant, not tree plant. Plant means machineries. Again said I'm supposed to pay money in cash, but I said I'll not pay in cash, I'll issue bonds. I'll issue bonds. I'm issuing bonds. I'm issuing bonds. What is the journal difference?
Plant and machinery account debit to bond.
For debtor, tell me. DR stands for debtor. What is
Debit.
it? Debit. To bond. So this is affecting plant account and affecting bond account. Which bond?
Bond account.
Bond. Now, 1 star mark, 1 more star mark in plant and 1 star mark in bonds. Kritin is laughing. In his mind, what is running? James Bond. No, Kritin? Now, repaid 50,000 of bonds at face value at maturity. So 1 more star mark for bonds. Sir, அப்போல இருந்து பார்த்துட்டு இருக்கேன், சும்மா ஸ்டார் போட்டுருக்கீங்க. Issued 15,000 shares of rupees 10 each. Chumma sir, this is. We'll leave it. Manisha, what do you say?
Finance activity.
It's a cash inflow of the financing activity. So come to your equity share capital. Here, I'm putting 1 star.
Star mark.
Okay. Paid cash dividend rupees 8,000. Leave it, sir. Leave it, sir.
Finance activity.
Paid cash dividend. Dividend paid in the current year will be of the previous year. So this will impact which all places?
Segment 1 and financing activity.
Okay. How people are giving 2 different answers? This one teacher only explain all of you in the same class. How come 2 different perspectives? Tell me fast. நீ ஏமா செக்மெண்ட் 2 போயிட்ட சம்பந்தம் இல்லாம? டிவிடெண்ட் செக்மெண்ட் 2 என்னமா வேலை? செக்மெண்ட் 2 நெஞ்சு வலிக்குதுமா எனக்கு. Segment 1 சொல்லிருந்தா கூட பரவாயில்ல. Segment 1 if you say it also acceptable, but here segment 1 is it affected?
No, sir.
If you see here segment 1, what do I do? Calculation of net profit before tax and extraordinary item. I have this value directly here, no? So will I consider the dividend in segment 1? No. Had they given the surplus of the current year, how do I get the surplus of the current year? After minusing the appropriation of dividend. Here I have the net profit before tax directly. So I will not consider the dividend for segment 1. But the question says dividend is paid. Dividend you pay on what? On the share capital. Share capital is what activity? Financing activity. Anything related to share capital will also be financing activity.
Finance
Cash
activity.
outflow of financing activity.
Finance activity.
Clear now? Okay.
Yes,
Now,
sir.
tell me, people, can you see a good amount of stars in certain accounts? Which means
Yes, sir.
all that star marked items should be, we should open the ledger for them.
Ledger.
Items not required to open the ledger, directly we can see the movement in the balance sheet and directly we can do it. Wherever the adjustment is given, that means you have to open the respective ledgers and those will carry marks. Now, let's start. Heading. Okay, is it a full-fledged question or extract? It's a
Full-fledged.
is what people are saying. Others, what are you saying? Requirement is what? Prepare cash flow statement as per AS3 revised using indirect method. It's a full-fledged statement because I have opening and closing cash and cash equivalent also. Now, before going forward, let's discuss the other items. No, inventory will be affecting your segment 3. Add or minus, I don't know. That time we'll decide. Trade receivable,
Segment 3.
cash and cash equivalent. Prepaid expenses,
Segment 3.
share capital, financing activity,
Finance activity.
investment activity. Reserves and surplus. Reserves and surplus.
Ignore.
What is the difference?
8,000.
1,000, which means current year surplus is 8,000. Net profit after tax is 8,000. Which means what? From this, equity dividend 8,000 is subtracted and the balance surplus is what? 8,000. Now, if the 23,000 information was not available, if 23,000 information not available, then you have taken this 8,000 as base. So 8,000 is my surplus. With that, I would have added the equity dividend. I would have got 16,000 net profit after tax. Then I would have added provision for tax. I would have got this 23,000. But there is no need for me to do this drama because I have 23,000 like halwa in front of you. Now clear? Okay. Heading cash flow statement for the year ended 31st March 2001. Please write it down. You're right heading also. Which heading? You're preparing cash flow statement for whom? Rayan Limited. See the books of Rayan Limited. Or you can read just Rayan Limited. Can I write an extract in the bracket?
No, sir.
What is the year? 31st March 2001 only. Correct. Okay. Next is what?
Particulars.
Particulars.
Amount.
Rupees inner column, rupees outer column. Okay. In that, what is the first item?
Cash flow.
from operating activity.
Operating activity.
Will you write like this OP and come in exam? Tell me. Okay.
No, sir.
Net profit before tax and extraordinary items.
Net profit before tax. Even if I write net profit before tax also, it is right? Yes. How much it is? 23,000. Add back non-cash or non-operating expenses. Now I cannot proceed forward without opening the multiple ledgers. Which ledger do you want me to open first? We'll finish it off.
Plant and machinery.
Depreciation. Okay. All of you did the revision of what we discussed in the last class? No,
Yes, sir.
for the next few minutes, whether you did the revision or not. No, Siddharth? Siddhu? Good morning. Plant account. It's going on, man. Accumulated depreciation is also called as provision for depreciation. So we have this ledger has got two names. So please tell me, what is the opening balance of the plant? Be very careful, people. Be very careful with the dates. Opening balance is how much?
5,05,000.
It is 7,15,000. How much is balance carried down? 7,15,000. Okay. What is opening balance of accumulated depreciation? 68,000. Which side? Debit side only, no?
Credit side.
By balance carried down 68,000.
Brought down, sir.
I was checking all of you are active or not. To balance carried down how much?
1,03,000.
1,03,000. What's the menu? What you said? Now go to the information. Point number 3. Purchased plant assets for 1,20,000. Journal entry, please.
Plant account debit
Plant
to
account
bank.
to bank. In plant account to bank.
To bank.
To bank 1,20,000. To bank 1,20,000. In exam, how will you write income? Congested, no? Concept is summary. Everything one after the other, like that. Anybody? We are giving Duddu. Institute. For what? For paper. So no? Yes. Take how much ever pages you want, but write it neatly, legibly, big, so that people who's correcting the person who's correcting the paper, his life is made easier. Don't make it very clumsy. Now, sir, one impact you gave in the plant account. Do I need to give the another impact in bank account? Not required. The cash in cash equivalent which is being given to you is after all the adjustments of the bank. So you don't have to give the second impact in the bank ledger. Fourth one, sold plant assets. Sold plant that cost 10,000 with accumulated depreciation 2,000 for 5,000. So now working note. This itself is a working note. For this, one more working note. Aha, oh. Working note number 2, calculation of profit or loss on sale of plant. Original cost of the asset is 10,000 minus accumulated depreciation how much? 2,000. What is this 8,000 called as? Very good, WDV. So this is the cost of the asset. Out of 10,000 cost of the asset, you've used the asset for 2,000 rupees. So unused value of the asset is how much? 8,000. So 8,000 worth of the asset is sold for 5,000. So you sold at profit. Loss of how much? 3,000. So minus 5,000 means I sold this asset at a loss of 3,000. Any problem? My question goes to all of you.
No, sir.
This data is currently present where? Is this data anywhere there in the ledger or not there? I'm asking about 10,000 first. This 10
Yes, sir.
anywhere in the ledger or chumma this is information?
Already there.
Where it is there? Sir, we are doing provision
Plant account.
method, which means in the plant, the asset will be always at cost. See, in the opening balance 5,05,000, I have 10,000 worth of asset. So if I say this 5,05,000, in this 5,05,000, I have this 10,000 worth of asset in that. Will you trust me? I am telling in this 5,05,000, the
Yes, sir.
asset is there at cost. Will you agree or not? Okay.
Yes, sir.
This 2,000 rupees is where? This,
Accumulated depreciation account.
this is included in this 68,000 is included. If I don't exclude it, it will get included in your closing balance. Can I have the accumulated depreciation of the asset sold in the closing balance? No.
No, sir.
Always the accumulated depreciation closing balance should have the accumulated depreciation of that asset which is still being used in the business.
Used in the business.
8,000 I need to eliminate 2,000 rupees. So what is the elimination entry? What is the elimination entry?
Accumulated
Account
depreciation debit to plant
account. Here it is
plant
not
account.
PFD here, it is accumulated depreciation. So accumulated depreciation account debit to plant account. So to plant account. To plant account 2,000 rupees. Removal of accumulated depreciation on sold asset. On the sold asset. So this entry will have impact in which place? One more place. Yes. So this is called as which monkey? Monkey 1A. Monkey 1 is depreciation, my dear. This is monkey 1A. So by accumulated depreciation, which is monkey 1A. How much it is? 2,000. Any problem? Any problem? No problem. So this okay, this okay. This 8,000 is the result. So this is of no use. Sale value will come in your plant account and loss will come into your plant account. Okay. So in the accumulated depreciation method, in the provision for depreciation method, totally how many monkeys will come? 4 monkey. Monkey 1, depreciation. Monkey 1A, removal of accumulated depreciation from the accumulated depreciation account to plant account. Then monkey 2, loss entry. Monkey 3, bank receipt.
Bank entry.
Monkey 1A you recorded. Who will record monkey 1 before that? That is the balancing figure. Wonderful. In your accumulated depreciation, always you'll have only 4 items. This is the first item, second item depreciation, third item removal, fourth item closing balance. Coming. So now you will take this normally as a balancing figure. But before you take this information as a balancing figure, you have to see if there is any depreciation given. If depreciation is given, then you have to be very careful. So if you come back to your initial P&L account, there is already an information about
37,000.
37,000 depreciation is already there, information given. So this will not be the balancing figure. When will I take this depreciation as a balancing figure? When the depreciation information is not given in question. Here it is given in question. So now 37,000 I'll put as by depreciation. So this is monkey 1. By depreciation 37,000. Now technically if your ledger is tallying automatically, if your ledger is automatically balancing, then no problem. If the ledger is not balancing, you have to tell me where the balancing figure is coming. It looks like tallied. 68 plus 37 is how much?
1,05,000.
1,05,000. 2,000 plus 1,03,000, 1,05,000. So even had you taken 37,000 as balancing figure, no problem. But don't take this always. First, before taking this as balancing figure, check in the question if there is any depreciation or not. Record it. In this question, you are lucky that the ledger automatically got tallied. In the upcoming questions, we will see that we'll do the same situation. But by putting this depreciation, the ledger will not tally. There will be a balancing figure. What is the meaning of that? We have to understand in the upcoming question. In this question, automatically tally, so no problem. Yes. About the machine sold, what happened? Correct. Now the question is, sir, how do we know when was the asset sold? I told you whenever the question is silent about the dates, always it is beginning of the financial year. And hence, the asset is sold in the beginning of the financial year. Second, I'm not bothered about it because all the data is directly given. I'm not sitting and calculating anything. Because only if I'm sitting and calculating things, I need date. Nothing I'm calculating, everything is given directly in the question. So for me, the date, if it is not given, I'm not bothered about it. Any problem in this?
No, sir.
Now, in this accumulated depreciation, if you have any problem in the ledger presentation, please ask me now itself. This we discussed extensively in the last class. Sir, 68,000 rupees is the total depreciation up to last year on all the assets. 37,000 rupees is the depreciation of current year of all the assets. What is my total depreciation? 1,05,000 is the total depreciation of all the assets. From this, all the asset, one asset is being sold. Its accumulated depreciation, I have to minus it. So from the total depreciation of all the assets, I am minusing total depreciation of the asset that is sold. So that I'm left with total depreciation of the asset which is still being used in the business. Are you able to understand how to read the ledger? If the reading of the ledger, how to read the ledger, if the understanding is built, no, any ledger for that matter, you'll be able to understand. So any difficulty in understanding this point?
No, sir.
No problem. Okay.
No, sir.
Let's come back to plant account. In plant account, my goal is to make this 10,000 zero. For that, I'll take the help of three monkey. Monkey 1A, monkey 2, monkey 3. Monkey 1A already recorded. What is monkey 2? Loss entry. What is
Loss on sale of machinery.
loss account debit to
Loss account
plant
debit
account.
to plant account.
Plant by loss.
By loss.
By loss. This is monkey 2. 3,000. Next is what? Now,
By bank.
from 10,000, if I minus 2,000 and 3,000, what is the value of the asset in my book? 5,000.
5,000.
This is equal to the money that I'm going to receive now. So debit what comes in? 5,000 is coming in. Credit what goes out? What is going out? 5,000 worth of asset is going out. Now both the values are same because of monkey 1A entry and monkey 2 entry. Now you can pass the third entry, which is
Bank to machinery.
yes. So bank account debit to plant account. So by bank, how much? 5,000. This is monkey 3, 5,000. Any problem?
No, sir.
Online people, any problem?
No, sir.
Now the ledger is automatically balancing or not balancing?
Not bank.
Not balancing. Wonderful. So what is happening here?
We are getting 1 lakh.
The balancing figure is coming here. How much?
1 lakh. 1 lakh.
Sir, you did only 2 adjustments, sir. For plant, how many adjustment have you marked? 3 adjustment. You have taken care of 2 adjustment. Third adjustment, fourth adjustment taken care of. So the moment you take care of the adjustment, come and put the star mark cross or take an eraser, erase it. That is the best. So 2 adjustment done, 2 erasing done. If one more star mark is there, it means what? One more adjustment is pending. So this is how you'll have a control. Had I not put 3 star mark, what would have done? You would have balanced the ledger by now and said the balancing figure is what? Purchase. Without bond, that will be wrong. So you have to do next adjustment. So third adjustment is what? You have issued 1 lakh worth of bond. For that, the entry that we have passed is plant account debit to bond. So in plant account, 2 bond will come into picture. You have to be very, 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 very careful. So 2 bond, 1 lakh rupees. Little bit of concentration gone here and there. You're just not screwed. You'll be royally screwed. Now ledger is balancing or not balancing?
Yes, sir.
What are you telling? This purchased plant for asset 120. In that you're telling 1 lakh is the bond value, 20,000 rupees is the cash purchase. Hello, this is a separate transaction. This is a separate transaction, 2 separate transactions. Where did they say this third point and fifth point is related to each other? So this is a separate cash purchase for 120. This is a separate purchase of plant against the bond. 2 different transactions. That's why they've given separately. So you cannot combine both of them. Guys, online people are able to understand. The question that was raised is, sir, why can't we assume that this plant what you have purchased? No, against that cash paid is 20,000 and 1 lakh is bond. We can't assume that because point number 3 and point number 4 are 2 separate adjustments. I can't combine both. Where did they say to combine both? Where did they say that is 120 is against 1 lakh bond? There's no information like that in the question. So when the points are given separate, it is a separate individual transaction. We cannot combine it.
Yes, sir.
You ask the question now itself. Now is the ledger automatically balancing?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Wonderful. How much is the total?
7,25,000.
7,25,000. 7,25,000. Okay. Now you have to tell me which all is affecting which all places. One second. Let me erase all this. Will this affect my cash flow statement? Opening balance?
No.
To bank 120.
Cash outflow.
Cash outflow from investing
activity.
activity.
Bond.
No flow.
No flow.
No flow. Are you clear why no flow? Because I
Yes,
gave the
sir.
plant, sorry, I purchased the plant, I gave the bond, I didn't give the money. So there is no outflow. This will have an impact? No. Loss? Yes. Segment 2, I will add back.
Add back.
To add back. By bank, cash
Cash inflow
flow
from
of
investing activity.
investing activity. Here, no movement.
No impact.
That is no entry. Yes. This 2000, no impact. This 1,03,000, no impact. This 68, no impact. This 37,000 is.
Add back in segment 2.
Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
So here, how many?
Yes, sir.
Expense in nature, 1. Loss in
2.
nature, 1 more. So 2 items in segment 2. So can I do it? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Add first depreciation. In bracket working note number 1, or this is directly also given, so both you can take it. How much it is? 37,000. Then add loss on sale of plant. How much? 3,000. Any problem? Working note number 1. Working note number 1. Done?
Yes, sir.
Now, next, which ledger should I open?
Investments.
Investment ledger. Let's open it. Working note number 3. Anybody is finding anything difficult here? No response.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Working note number 3. This is investment account. What is the opening balance of the investment, people? Opening balance.
1,27,000.
1,27,000.
27,000.
So 2 balance brought on 1,27,000. Closing balance
1,15,000.
1,15,000. Okay. How many star mark for investment? 2 star mark. First purchase of investment for 78,000. Journal entry, please.
Investment to bank.
Journal entry.
Investment account debit to bank.
To bank. 78,000. Then sold investment for 1,02,000 and the cost of the investment is 90,000. So 90,000 worth of investment you sold for 1,02,000. You sold at a profit of 12,000.
12,000.
Profit is 12,000. Profit always increase the value of the asset or decrease the value of the asset? Increase the value of the asset. What is the entry for that? Investment to
Investment
profit.
account debit to profit.
To profit on sale. How much?
12,000.
12,000. How did I get
12,000.
1,02,000 minus 90,000. 1,02,000 minus 90,000. Now listen to me very carefully. Now I am telling that in this opening balance, 90,000 worth of investment is included. And here
Yes,
you
sir.
increase the value of the investment by 12,000. So what is the total value of the investment sold?
1,02,000.
Which side it is now? Debit side.
Debit
And
side.
0. So record buy bank on the credit side. So
Credit
debit
side.
1,02,000 minus credit 1,02,000. The net impact of the investment becomes 0.
0.
So buy bank. Buy bank. This is the sale proceeds. This is the sale value. Sale proceeds 1,02,000. Any problem?
No, sir.
Both the adjustments done? Okay. Now the ledger should balance. If it is not balancing, there's a balancing figure means we have to see what it is. Balancing.
Yes, sir.
Lucky fellow you guys are. How much it is?
17,000.
2,17,000. Now, is this opening balance going to get affected in my cash flow statement? No. To bank, cash outflow, investing activity. Profit
Investing activity.
segment 2.
Subtract in segment 2.
Minus. Because this is already added in the net profit. We have to reverse it by minusing. Okay. By bank,
Cash inflow.
Cash inflow, investing activity.
So here in this, what is relevant for me in operating activity? Segment 2, I need to minus. Wonderful. So now leave some lines because we don't know if there is any other item. So leave some 2-3 lines and then write less non-cash or non-operating income. Gain or profit on sale of investment. Working note number 3, which is 12,000. Any problem here? Online people, any problem here?
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
No, sir.
Plant account done. Investment account done. Both the star marks removed. Here also the third star mark is removed. Okay, super. Next, bond account. Let's have a focus on the bond account. Working note number 4. Please tell me the opening balance of the bond. 2 lakh 45,000. Which side will come? Debit side or credit side?
Debit side.
Debit side. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I knew it. Bond, James Bond. There is liability. You have issued bond. Means you have collected money. I'm issuing the bond, collecting the money, and I have the ability to pay this money back in future. Anything that I have to pay in future is liability. So by
Liability.
balance brought down. Debit side. How much it is? 2 lakh
2,45,000.
Closing balance.
2,90,000.
2 lakh 95 or
90.
95,000. 2 lakh 95,000. Okay. Next. Sir, we have how many adjustments for bond? 2 adjustments for bond. Which point number? Sir, point number 5 and point number 3. Point number 5, what is the journal entry? For issuing the bond against the plant. Plant to bond. So in bond account, buy plant.
Buy plant.
So buy plant, how much? 1 lakh rupees. Okay.
1 lakh.
Next, repaid 50,000 of bond at the maturity value, at the face value, on the maturity, basically on the maturity. So in this year, the bond, one of the earlier issued bond had met its maturity date. So we are repaying how much? 50,000 rupees. So when the bond is repaid, what is the entry?
Bond account debit to bank.
To bank, how much? 50,000.
50,000.
Automatic tally?
Yes, sir.
Wonderful, super. So now this will affect my
Financing activity.
cash outflow, financing activity. Cash outflow, financing activity. And plan will affect my
Outflow.
nowhere. Opening, closing, nowhere. So nothing to segment 2. Any other account to be opened? Share capital. That is not going to affect my segment 2 anyways. So any other segment 2 items? Sir, from the notes or information available, I don't find anything else. But if I go back to the question, I have some information here. Leave this. Depreciation already taken care of. Interest expense paid 23,000. Did we add this in segment 2? No. So please add it. Interest expense paid. Segment 2 added. How much?
23,000.
23,000. I'm putting into mark here, or you can erase it. Interest income received. Already included in this 31,000. Already included in this 23,000 also. Sorry, not 31,000. Included in 23,000. Interest income received since it is received cash inflow, okay, but places wrong. So to cancel an addition, I have to give a minus in segment 2 and add back in investing activity. So interest income received, how much?
6,000.
6,000 we have to minus, put in bracket, 6,000 put in bracket. This also over. Now gain on sale of investment done. Gain on sale of investment already taken care of, 12,000, leave it. Loss on sale of plant already done. Yes, leave it. So all the segment 2 is taken care of. Both non-cash, non-operating expenses, income, both. Okay. Once again, ma. Oh my God, sir, what a magic, sir. Huh? Who is the donkey fellow? Inner column. You can't do it. What is the total? 37,000 plus 3,000 plus 23,000. 63,000. And 12 plus 6 is 18,000.
Operating profit before.
This is called as operating profit before working capital changes.
68,000.
68,000. 68,000. Next, adjustments for current assets and current liability. Add increase in current liability and decrease in.
Decrease in current asset.
Okay, let's go back. Inventory people from 110 is becoming 144. Opening is 110, closing is 144, right or wrong? Opening is 110, closing is 144, right or wrong?
Yes, sir.
Suman is thinking why?
Right.
Is opening at 110. Opening is 110, closing is 144. Opening minus closing, expense or reversal of expense? Oh my God. 110 is expense, 140 is reversal of expense. So net impact is what? Reversal of
expense.
34,000 is reversal. So when I reverse the expenses, my profit will increase. Correct? Did you have any cash inflow for this? No. So this inflow, this 34,000 increase in the profit is wrong, which is already included. This is added in your net profit before tax and extraordinary item. For this, I didn't have any cash inflow. So I'm minusing it. So minus from the segment 3. This only for you to understand the logic. In exam, don't sit into all this. In exam, directly, if current asset increases, we have to minus it. But we need to know the logic also. So leave some line. Less decrease in current liability and increase in current asset. Inventory, how much? 34,000. Okay. Trade receivable, 55,000 to 47,000. Increase or decrease? Increase or decrease? Decrease in assets. So it should be added or subtracted? Added.
Subtracted.
Wonderful. You subtracted, na?
Add.
We will add. Trade receivable, how much? 1 lakh? No.
8,000.
8,000. So what does this mean? 55,000 rupees received. 55,000 is received. This, did I add in the cash flow statement earlier in the net profit before tax and extraordinary item? No. I am telling that this 55,000 is what? Opening balance of trade receivable. During the year, you receive the money from them. During the year, you receive money from them. So it's a cash inflow. Is this 55,000 included in your current year net profit before tax and extraordinary item? No. This 55,000 is what? Income of last year. So this 55,000 is included in the last year's income. I am telling that in this 23,000, is this 55,000 included? Not included. Can I include it? Yes, add 55,000. What is 47,000? Income earned in current year, money not received. Since this is income earned in current year, this 47,000 is included in this 23,000. But money is not received. So I need to
Subtract.
So minus 47,000.
47,000.
Net impact is how much? Positive
8,000 add.
That is what net impact we gave. Are we to follow? See, next
Yes,
time,
sir.
there is no need to do all this drama. I'm making you understand this concept one more time because tomorrow when you go to your articleship practical training, that time if they ask you what is the meaning of this, you should not tell that Pratik sir did not teach. Correct? No? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
நீ ஏன் ஏசி முன்னாடி உட்கார்ந்திருக்க 24 தான் இருக்கு ஆல்ரெடி First mistake, you're sitting in front of AC. Second mistake, no sweater. Here, 26 na AC இல்லமா அது அது AC நான் வந்து ஆஃப் பண்ணிட்டே போயிட்டேன்ல you have to come here or it's more visible. That last you can go in that case. More visibility will come. Card machine வாங்கி கொடுத்துமா நானு now inventory done, trade receivable done, cash and cash equivalent, leave it. Prepaid expenses from 5,000 it became 1,000. Increase.
1,000. Decrease.
What you said? Decrease you said. I heard increase.
Decrease.
Sorry, is like sir, you want I'll get machine for you. Now increase or decrease in current asset 4,000. Decrease in current asset 4,000. Decrease in current asset 4,000. Prepaid expenses how much? 4,000 add back. Meaning, can somebody explain me the meaning? 5,000, 1,000, what is the drama here?
5,000 is in the current year P&L, but there is no
5,000 rupees is what? Prepaid in last year. Cash outflow last year. Why? Expense given, expense recorded in current year. Why is this prepaid of the last year? Last year you paid the money, but last year you did not receive the service. When are you receiving the service? Current year. As per accrual concept, only when the service is received, you will record expenses. So this 5,000 rupees is included in my current year expenses. So it is subtracted from my current year expenses. Okay. But for you to minus this, did you pay any money in the current year? No. So to cancel the reversal, to cancel this expenses minus, I need to
add back
by adding back 5,000 because there is no cash outflow. The cash outflow happened last year. But this 5,000 is currently subtracted from your net profit before tax. In that 23,000, this 5,000 was subtracted. I'm okay to be subtracted had there been any outflow, but there's no outflow in that. So I'm reversing by adding back. And at the end of the current year, prepaid is 1,000. Means what? You paid 1,000 in current year, but service is going to come in next year. Since service is not received in current year, it is going to be received in next year. I will record this as expense in next year, not in current year. Which means this 1,000 expense is not included in my 23,000. That is in the 23,000, I never subtracted this 1,000. But there's a cash outflow. So minus 1,000. So overall, plus 4,000. Logic is clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Next. Anything else? Any other segment 3 items? So trade payable is there. Segment 3, trade payable. Segment 3, trade payable. 43 became 50. From 43 it became 50. Increase trade payable. What am I supposed to do? Add back.
Add.
How much? Only 7,000. Huh.
Yes, sir.
Explanation. Sir, 43,000 rupees is what? Expense of last year. Credit purchase of last year. But I did not pay last year. When did I pay? In the current year. So minus 43,000. Because this 43,000 what I paid is never subtracted from your 23,000. So since it is a cash outflow fresh in the current year, minus 43. This 50,000 is what? Current year credit purchase, but money not paid. Since it is current year credit purchase, it is subtracted in the 23,000. But I did not pay any money. So there is no cash outflow. So this minus is not wrong. So this minus is not right. So I have to reverse it by adding 50,000. So what is my net adding? 7,000 net I have to add. That's what I've done. நீமா ஷிவர் பண்ணிருக்க அது பேசாம நீ இப்படி இருந்துடலாம்ல அது பார்த்து எனக்கு கில்ட் ஃபீலிங் வருது. ஐ அம் டார்ச்சரிங் வித் ஏசி இஸ் லைக் outstanding liability 9,000 to 12,000 increase in outstanding liability increase in current liability add how much
3,000.
outstanding liability how much 3,000 same logic of trade payable what logic same logic for outstanding liability also both are same. Now please tell me what is the balance amount. Abhirami, Ganasudha, Jayesh, Kaushik, Manikavelu, Madhu, Reshma, Sushmita. Are you able to follow what we're discussing today?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, minus 12,000.
Minus 12,000. Oh my God. Okay, segment 1, 2, 3 done. Segment 4. What is segment 4? What is segment 4? Income tax paid. Now what happened here? Income tax payable is given, which means what? This is the ledger for provision for tax. This is provision for tax ledger. Opening is given, closing is given. Current year provision is given. Yes, 7,000. So you have to open now what ledger? Provision for tax ledger. So working note number. What is working note number? 5. Provision for tax. What is the liability balance of provision for tax? Credit balance. So by balance brought down. By balance brought down. How much is the opening balance? 5,000. By balance brought down. This was discussed in last class. 5,000. What is the meaning of this 5,000? Provision created in previous year. Means you promised last year to income tax department, sir, in the current year, that is the next year, I'll pay 5,000 rupees. Like that, when you to promise it last financial year, previous financial year. Okay. Like that, in the current year, what have you promised? Current year you have promised 7,000 rupees. Sir, this year I'll pay 7,000. When? Next year. For current year's profit, I'll pay 7,000 when? Next year. So what is the journal entry for that? P&L to provision for tax.
P&L to provision.
The impact, debit impact is given here. Now we are giving the credit impact in the provision for tax account. So by P&L, how much? 7,000. This is provision or promise created in current year. So like that, how much totally you have promised to pay to income tax department? 12,000 rupees you totally promised to pay to income tax department. Now how much is pending to be paid? How much is pending to be paid? Sir, 5,000 is pending, which means balance 7,000 is, 9,000 is paid. So now two balance brought down, carried down. How much? 3,000. This is 3,000. Means what? Yet to pay. Total amount to pay is 12,000. In that, yet to pay is only 3,000. Means balance 9,000 is paid. What is it to bank? This is your balancing figure. Any difficulty in this? So one more time, let me read.
Sir.
5,000 is the provision for last year. 7,000 is provision for current year. 12,000 rupees is the total promise that you've made last year and current year put together to income tax department that I'll pay this money. Out of this 12,000, 9,000 is paid. Balance 3,000 is yet to be paid. Are you able to understand how to read the ledger?
Yes, sir.
Which of this will affect which place? So this is segment 4. I need to
Segment 4.
It is cash outflow of the operating activity. Segment 4. Opening and closing will not get affected anywhere. This will affect my segment 1. In this question, segment 1 not affected because net profit directly given. Imagine had the net profit not been given, then this would have been added back in segment 1. So from this ledger, we always get two important relevant information, both affecting the operating activity. One in segment 1, another in segment 4. Segment 4, less income tax paid. Less income tax paid. How much? Working note number 5, 9,000. What happened now? 12,000 is negative, wrong? Abhirami only said. Donkey fellow.
56,000.
Where is it, Abhirami?
Sir.
1,000 Amma. Segment 3 is Amma.
Sir, I told segment 3 is net amount.
12,000 is the total amount you could have told me, no? Now, 47,000. Any extraordinary item of the operating activity? No. So this is cash flow from operating activity. Super. That's all. So we'll go home, sir. We'll go home. So next is cash flow from investing activities. Cash flow from investing activity. Now come from the order, from the beginning you come, or else we'll miss. Is this affecting my investing activity? No. This? No. This? No. Other income, under that we have interest expense. No. Interest income received? Yes. Cash inflow of investing activity.
Investing
I'm putting
activity.
the same order. Interest income received. How much? 6,000. Inner column, outer column? Outer column. You write inner column. Okay. Interest income received over. Gain on sale of investment, how much? We have recorded the total sale proceed. That information will come from the plant ledger. Plant ledger, how much? By bank, 5,000 money received. This is the money received. Sale proceeds. Proceeds from sale of plant. Proceeds from sale of plant. Sale of plant. How much it is karna? Hey, no. Proceeds from sale of plant, 5,000. In the very same plant account, I have also purchase of the plant, which is 1,20,000. Purchase of plant. Purchase of plant 1,20,000 in bracket. Very important. Okay. In plant account, any other information pertaining to investing activity? No. In accumulated depreciation? No. In investment account? Yes. Purchase of investment, how much? 78,000. Purchase of investment 78,000 in bracket. Sale of investment also is there. How much it is? Buy bank 1,02,000. Sale of investment. Proceeds from sale of investment. Proceeds from sale of investment. How much? How much? 1,02,000. Plus or minus? Plus. Okay. Anything else in the investment account? No. Anything in the bond account? Anything in the bond account? No. Anything in provision for tax account? No. Okay. Let's continue. Gain on sale of investment done. Loss on sale of plant already taken care. Loss on sale also is taken care. Income tax okay. Plant this okay. Okay. Investment okay. Everything is taken care of. Sir, everything taken care of in the investment activity. Now tell me.
Cash flow used in investing activities 85,000.
Negative. How much? 2 lakh?
85,000.
Only 85,000 in bracket. So cash. Cash flow nahi. Cash used in investing activities. This is 2. You can add A, B or 2, whatever it is. So we'll go home, sir. Cash flow from financing activities. Come from the beginning again. Sale is affecting? No, this is not affecting. This is not affecting. Interest expense paid 23,000 cash outflow. Yes. Interest expense paid 23,000. Rest, nothing is affecting. Coming down, income tax nothing, plant nothing, accumulated depreciation nothing, investment nothing, inventory nothing, trade receivable nothing, cash nothing, prepaid expense nothing, share capital is there. Share capital, people, share capital. We have to open the share capital ledger. Please open the share capital ledger. Equity share capital. Opening balance how much? 3,15,000. So balance brought down 3,15,000. Closing balance how much? 4,65,000. They've told that issued 15,000 shares for 10 each. What is the journal entry? Bank to equity share capital directly you can do. So do equity share capital. To equity share capital. To equity share capital. Nobody's responding.
Buy bank.
Buy bank. How much? 1,15,000. So 15,000 into 10. 1,50,000. Total is matching. So no other item is there. So this is cash inflow. Sir, are we supposed to do the working note? Yes. If they've given any adjustment, means they want the ledger. What is the description? Proceeds from issue of what? Equity shares. 1,50,000. Let's talk about bond. Bond, we have two adjustments. One is issue of repayment of bond. Another is issue of bond for plant, but there is no movement for it. So bond, only one cash outflow of the financing activity, repayment of bond. Repayment of bond. How much it is? 50,000 cash outflow. Be very careful. Outflows have the habit of putting in bracket. Paid cash dividend. Paid cash dividend how much? 8,000. Dividend. Dividend paid 8,000. No, let her ask. Let her ask. அப்ப உனக்கு அந்த டவுட் கேட்டாளா? அவ என்ன சொல்றா? நீ என்கிட்ட கேக்குற, நான் நீ என்கிட்ட ஃபீஸ் கொடுத்த, அப்படி அவ கேக்குறா. அங்க தான் ஃபீஸ் கொடுத்த சார் கிட்ட, அங்க போய் கேளுன்ற. எஸ். நீங்க அவங்களுக்கு அசெட் அக்கவுண்ட் பண்றீங்க. Who are we? We are company. Thank God nobody say we are Indian Army, sir. Third party. Okay. Company. What did I do? From the third party, I purchased plant. What is coming inside? Plant is coming inside. So plant is my asset. Plant account debit. Debit what comes in? In return, what am I supposed to pay? Dudu. Cash. But instead of paying cash, what are we paying? We are giving in bond. So we are issuing bond. Bond means what? It is a promise that this money I'll pay in future. I'm not paying now, I'll pay in future. I did not pay the money, no. When will I pay it? In future. And I'll pay with interest because bond will also carry interest on it. So I'm giving bond means I'm promising to pay in future. So I'm creating a liability for me to bond. So for me, this bond is liability. For third party, if I'm accountant of third party, for him it is asset. That was the doubt. Clear now? Okay. Anything else in the financing activity? Anything else in the financing activity? Everything taken care of? This is also taken care of. I'm erasing. Everything taken care of. Full control is there.
Sir.
Now, yes, Kana. Anything I missed out?
Sir, can you show the equity share capital ledger once?
I'm showing Kana. Total first is Sunina. Positive or negative?
Positive, sir.
69,000. What is it called as? Cash
Flow from financing activity.
From financing activity.
flow only, no? Cash flow from financing activities. Point number 3. So 1, 2, 3, we have to net off. So that is called as net. If positive or negative it is? Positive. So net increase. So net increase. Don't write increase bar decrease. Which means you're giving option for the percent. You decide whether it increase or decrease. You tell whether increase or decrease. Net increase in cash and cash equivalence. That is 1 plus 2 plus 3.
31,000.
How much is it?
31,000.
All this 31,000 we did so much of drama. Huh?
Yes, sir.
Sir, 31,000 rupees okay. If it is 31,000 crores, Yo. Now, add
Add opening balance of cash and cash
cash and
equivalents.
cash equivalents. How much? 15,000. So 15,000 if I add, total is how much? 46,000. Balle. 10 mark confirmed. So much for 10 marks. What is this? Closing
Closing balance of
cash
cash and cash
equivalents.
equivalents.
That's all, people. Ah. Very good question. This is what happened if you don't listen to me in the class properly. What did I say? I said that whichever ledger has got adjustments into it, whichever ledger has got adjustments to it, you have to open the ledger. Not all the ledger you have to open, only the ledgers which is requiring adjustments to be shown. Yeah, yes. Additional information, whatever is given, that means you have to open the ledger. Imagine the same question is coming in exam. You don't have time. Do all the ledger. This you can leave it in choice. Because I can take this as a difference also. But if time given, please do it. Maybe they might have given 0.5 mark for this ledger. But in exam, when time is less, I can't sit down and do all this, no. Because for me to complete the cash flow statement fully is the first priority. So sometimes what happens, if you're not very sure of completing the question within time, and if there's a time lag, then 1 or 2 working note you can do it at the end. If you can approximately do it and get the answer for the cash flow statement, complete the cash flow statement first and then go back and complete the working notes. Because cash flow statement proper full preparation will carry full mark. Working note, they'll give only chiller marks. So don't go behind the chiller.
Yes, sir.
Any problem here?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir. No, what do you want to take it as? Provision for tax ennamma appuram. PFT means what? This is the provision that I'm creating for tax, which means I have to pay this money to government in future. What is the meaning of provision? You come to me again in 11th. What is the meaning of provision? Possible obligation. Future outflow of economic resources. But amount cannot be exactly calculated, so I'm using the reliable estimate to calculate. You do karna. I'll give name. Namkaran will do. Come, which name you want? Any name you can open. Provision for tax, income tax payable. PFT, income tax payable, both are same. These two are the interchangeable possible names. Alvin, all okay? You can download. No, that will open only in tab. That is in the application only it will open. It will not open separately as a PDF. You guys give me fast review of that PDF. So whatever changes needs to be done, we'll do it. I'll give you the hard copy itself by this week.
Sir, schedule 3 already reviewed.
You have to give me information or confirmation in the group that this is okay, this is not okay. Because anything which is done to be documented. Anything which is not documented is not done. Which means in future when you go for articleship, whatever you're checking, you can't go and tell your boss, everything I checked. What is the proof that you have checked? You have to document it. No documentation, work not done. Unless documentation done, work not done. So if all those people are saying that, sir, no problem in this, I want proof. You put a message confirmation in the group telling that, sir, no changes in buyback. Change பண்றவனே பாத்தீங்கன்னா பேசிட்டு இருக்கான் பாரு. இங்கிட்ட. Then you have to tell that to Anita ma'am. She'll get it changed. Yes. Is there any other point you think worth including in the buyback?
Sir, in the financial statements,
that you discuss with me separately.
the shares like as an instead putting a dividend.
You show me, we'll get it changed. That is not me. All that is created by your account only. Amma. I gave the proper data. Okay, we'll wrap up. When are we meeting next?
Yes, sir.
When are we meeting next?
Tuesday.
What time? 5 to 8, 8:30. Chumma பேருக்கு சொன்னேன். 5 o'clock to 8 o'clock depends on the question that we do. If it is taking time till 8:30, we'll do 8:30. Or we'll wind up by 7:55 itself. So yes, people, that's all from my side for this session. I'll see you all on Tuesday, 5 p.m. sharp. Until then, bye-bye. See you. Take care.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.